we are.
Yeah, so first off, we are live. Okay. Thank you everyone for attending. This is episode 2 of our health and wealth series. And we're so excited. The last call was a huge success. And, we basically hit the nail on the head with delivering the information that we wanted you guys to hear. Today, we're going to go in a little bit deeper, like Matt was talking about earlier. But before we do that, I'll tell you a little bit about, what is going on right now, because we're having a lot of traction. People are seeing a lot of results, and we just want to, ride on that momentum. Some of the stuff that's happening, for instance, one of people in our team, Joshua Gabby, has a team of people exploding in the UK, right? And that just kind of happened over the last couple of weeks, right? So you never know through the course of your business journey who is going to jump on board, what area you're going to appeal to, and what could actually happen at any time. So Joshua Bird Gabby's business exploding in the UK. Matt has a lot of stuff happening in Africa. Africa of all places, things are exploding out there. We've been on several calls with people, with the team that we have. Some people are actually going to be moving to Ghana to do this business on a full-time basis, which is always exciting. There are also other people in the team out in the States, out different parts in Canada. There's also people coming on board, recently, like Keenan. We got Faye, people that are able to plug into our 595 system, referral system, and start seeing results basically immediately. You know what I mean? Out in, is it Thailand? Thailand, right?
You're on mute.
Okay. Right now at the moment I'm in Thailand, but I come and go Hong Kong, Thailand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I mean, that's fascinating stuff right there. People out in Thailand, in Asia, looking to jump on board, fascinated about this water that we have. I was on a call literally about an hour and a half ago, and someone in the UK getting multiple different units. It's just insane, the traction that we're having. So I'm excited because we get to have this community, we get to learn together, we get to help each other, and basically pass on the information that you guys need to duplicate your business and have a lot of success. So on that note, I'm going to pass it on to Matt to, obviously start diving into the information. Please have your pen and paper handy, because there's going to be a lot of value, as you saw in the last call last week. So please do that. And yes, let's get this started. Matt,
okay,
the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Just let me do this here. Okay, awesome. Sweet. Okay, guys. So a lot of this is going to be information that many of you guys have heard already. There's going to be some new stuff for everybody this week. But the things that I'm going to be, running through again are going to be very useful things that I oftentimes run people through over and over and over and over and over again. About 24 hours ago, I sent a link into the 4A chat and out to a couple people. I don't think I sent it to you, but that's okay. I can send it to you later. I've called it my 95%er Sales 101 handbook. It's just a handbook of, I'm going to use the word basic, but extremely powerful sales techniques that I've used for 7 years in door-to-door industries, different multi-level markets, and they work for every single industry. I could quit Enagic, take these sales techniques and go over here and start selling homes, or go over here and start selling beauty supplies or selling gym memberships. The techniques work regardless of the industry that you're in. So I hope you guys did have a chance to go through that. I'm going to do maybe 5 to 10 minute quick review through some of the key components of it. And then I'm going to dive into just approaching people. So guys, just so you know, our schedule today, I'm not going to wait for the very end to do questions, because there's no prospects on today. So it's fine if this turns into a little bit of an open discussion. I'm going to just do a brief run through on my handbook. Then I'm going to go into how to approach people. That'll probably be about 20 minutes of me talking and running through some stuff. Then we're going to go through questions. Okay. Then I'm going to talk about closing, because closing is different than approaching. And then we're going to talk about questions. Then I'm going to go into the comp plan. Same thing. We'll ask some questions after. And then to wrap it up, I'm going to go through some of my hacks that let me live a really, really, really fulfilling life. That I'm not wasting any day. I'm seizing every single day from the time my eyes open till the time my eyes shut. And all that I do is I utilize a few physics laws that have been tried, tested, and proven mathematically. So it really brings me confidence when I know I'm exercising statistical proven laws in my day-to-day function, because I'm not guessing if it's going to work. It's been proven by math. Okay, so first thing first, I'm going to just share my screen here, guys. And I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time on this because you guys all have it. Remember, my training style is a little bit different. I don't put together some slideshow and run you through it. I use links that you guys can find. This is one of my documents, but I've sent it to you. I always say you need to do your own research. Research. Ask questions. Discuss amongst your peers. It's the only way to learn. You're not just going to sit there and hear me talk for 2 hours and then go sell 10K8s. You need to be really proactive, learning, questioning, and discovering. Okay. All right. Now so I'm just going to pull this up real quick, guys. I've been using this since, like, when I mean day one of sales, I mean day one of sales. I've been using these things and teaching them, and they work like you can't believe. Josh, you and I are going to have a couple funny things that we're going to bring up here, like the Ghanaian effect, the fear of loss, and the greed. Okay, guys. So the first part we're going to start with is the 8 simple keys to success. This is not sales specific, okay? This is universal. This is how you are going to succeed at something you want to do, period. It can be exercising, it can be business, it can be anything. Raising a child, it can be anything. And here's 8 keys. I would probably recommend writing these down. But again, I am going to send this to you. If you don't have these memorized, then good luck. Okay, you need to memorize these 8 simple things. So I'm going to run through it. The 8 simple keys, not easy. Simple, not easy. Big difference. The 8 simple keys to success. The first one is a positive attitude. I made a post yesterday on my 5 pillars of human potential that said your thoughts turn into actions or lack thereof. You have to have a positive attitude. Now, having a positive attitude is really easy. What isn't easy is maintaining a positive attitude, because shitty things happen all the time, every day. I can't remember who spoke about it, but I was talking to my girlfriend's boy. He's 10, right? And I was sitting him down and I was talking to him and I was saying, like, look, okay, bad things are going to happen. You're going to fall down and skin your knee. You're going to have pets that don't live as long as you, friends are going to be mean to you. These things are going to happen. But you don't have any control over that. You have no control over any of these things. These are all external things. You have no control over it. So you shouldn't allow that to control you. All you have control over is how you react to these things happening. So, I'm sure there's been plenty of times people on these calls have been so excited for a sale. Oh man, I'm going to get this guy in and he's going to buy, this guy's going to buy 20 units, or I've got this business guy and he's going to 10x my business. He's going to come in with a team of people, or I've got this person, they own a gym, and this is going to be my big breakthrough. And then what happens is this person doesn't buy. Okay, that's sad. Okay. But when it really becomes sad is when you become so downtrodden by it that it affects your next sales, or you stop doing it, or you just become negative because of this thing that you had no control over of. So I could go on and on about this, guys. In fact, I'm going to be doing not the next call, but the call after. I'm going to be doing it on something called adversity quotient. This is one of my favorite things to teach. I really would like to teach it today, actually, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it today. The next call in 2 weeks from today is going to be strictly on how to lead a team. It's going to be team leader training. We need to be 2A to get onto the next call. But then after that, I'm going to be doing adversity quotient, which is how to overcome negative things. And I'll send a little thing out. I'll make a note, guys, because I really like to talk about it. Next one is product knowledge. This is really straightforward, guys. Product knowledge, whatever your goal is, you need to know about it. Whatever you're trying to sell or trying to do or trying to whatever, you need to have knowledge. Of course, be prepared, be on time, and come prepared. Okay, if you're late, it's not going to go well, right? If you're late for your sales meeting, it's not going to go well. If you're late to the gym for your class, you're not going to get healthy. If you're late for every single one of your child's, soccer games or whatever, it's going to have an impact on them. You're not going to raise a person. If you're late to cooking your child breakfast, it's not going to work out very well. Be on time, come prepared. We're going to talk about preparation a little bit more at the end of our call today. Working your network. This one is a little bit more sales and business specific, but as the older I get and the more I use it, the more I'm finding that you're as powerful as the people you know. So if you're having a bad day, if you have people you can go and talk to, it's going to do a lot for you. Working a full day, this isn't necessarily working, but this is applying the applicable amount of time necessary to achieve said goal. Know your goals. Knowing your goals is when you set a goal and then you do everything to achieve that goal. You don't give up on it when you're close or when you had a really good day. Like if you want to sell 4 K8s in a month and you sell 3 and you're like, you know what, I did good this month, I'm just gonna relax the rest of the month here. Like, why did you even set your goal at 4? It's if you want to lose 20 pounds and you lose 18 pounds and you say, you know what, that's good enough, good for me. Why did you even set the goal at 20 in the first place? And then the last one is taking control. This is by far the most important. Taking control means taking action. It means taking accountability. You don't blame other people for, you need to take control of your positive attitude. Your negative attitude is not my fault. Even if if I said something mean to you and you became negative, still your fault. You have control over your attitude. Your control being on time, being prepared, working a network, working a full day. Super important, guys. What's extra important about this is that you teach people you know and in your business these, more so than even you knowing them. So one is learning them, the second is knowing them, being able to repeat them, and the third is spreading the good word to other people. Okay, so the 5 impulses. So this is really funny. Hey Gabby, thanks for joining us. The 5 impulses. Okay, so this is why people make an impulse buy. When you ever gone into a store just to buy one thing and then you came out with like 20 things? You're like, oh, how did this happen? I just went in for granola bars and now I've got, So, I'm going to show you how that happened. So when I was doing door-to-door sales, I had to close them on the spot. Like it was like knock, 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 hello, nice to meet you. And I had to close them there. There was no follow-ups. I had to close them on the spot. And I used these techniques that companies use, that you walk into a store and all of a sudden you leave with tons of different things. The first one is called the Jones effect. This is incredibly powerful for network marketing especially. but also in places like Hong Kong, incredibly powerful thing. So description, it comes from the term keeping up with the Joneses. The Joneses are the people on the block that have the nicest cars, you know, all their kids are going to Harvard and they're all fit, and you know, they've got the best decorations at Christmas, and when they buy something, someone else will want to do it. The Jones effect is basically monkey see, monkey do. Oh, well, just so you know, your friend bought one of these and they love it. Oh, you know, someone just like you. Yeah, they, you know, oh, yeah, I have 3 people that used to own a yoga studio that bought a K8, and they just love our machine. And the Jones effect is basically, in a nutshell, someone else did it that is like the person, so they're more likely to do it as well. Sense of urgency. So sense of urgency is pretty close to fear of loss, but a sense of urgency is like everything in the store 50% off today only, right? And now all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's only today. I need to buy a whole bunch of stuff. And then you do that. So in our business, the sense of urgency can be geared towards health. If people are, you know, acidic or they've got diabetes or whatever it is, skin issues, the sense of urgency is that, you know, you could fix this today and you ought to fix this today. Fear of loss is very similar to sense of urgency, but fear of loss is that if they're not buying something, they're missing out. Again, I'm not going to spend so much time on this, guys. Please do your own research and please read through this. Greed. If people can make a buck or save a buck, you can close them on it. Make a buck, save a buck. So the best example of greed in our business is the $5.95 option, because people don't need to spend their time. They can just buy in and throw people at us all day and we'll do all of the work, but they're going to profit. We've got a really good product that is somewhat complicated, and people don't need to go through all that process because they can just throw people at us. The last one, and arguably the most important, is indifference. Okay, and this is where you don't really care if they buy or not, because what you have is good. So it's like, yeah, it's 50% off and your friend bought one, but if you don't want one, that's fine. You're like, no, I want it. What do you mean? No, I totally want it. Give it to me. Because it's the most difficult to master, but once mastered, it's the most powerful tool, because when you're pitching someone the machine, obviously you want them to buy it. Obviously. Whether it's for business purposes or whether you genuinely are trying to convince them for their health, you want them to buy it. But what can happen, and it's a fine line, is your passion for them buying can start to come across as desperation. Like, wait, hold on. If your product is so good, why are you pushing it so hard? Like, shouldn't it like sell itself? Like, wait. You're coming across kind of desperate right now. So you kind of need to be like, yeah, I really want you to have it, but you know, if you don't have it, I still have it, and so I'm fine. Like, I want you to have it. I really do. I want you to have this opportunity in this product, but if you don't, like, you know, I'm drinking 4 liters a day and I feel great. So I hope you join me, right? If you don't, you know, we'll talk to you in a couple of months, because I know you're going to think about it and you'll be back. Trust me, it's the most powerful tool when it comes to sales, is a slight hint of like, well, you're lost then. Sorry. Because they think about it. It stays with them. Okay, guys. I'm going to start going into approaching people now, okay? And I'm going to start here with rapport. Okay? So rapport is power when it comes to sales. What is rapport? Rapport is created by a feeling of commonality. Rapport is when you guys have something to talk about, some content, something that's not just, you know, skin level. It goes deep. You guys actually find a similar interest. I have a note here, guys. Oh yeah, it's right here. This is so important. Ask questions. Questions are a tool used to dig for commonalities. You have to, the more you know just about life in general, the easier sales is, because the easier it is to build rapport with someone. Like, I've had some rapport building questions with some people. Like, I remember some on the East Coast of Canada that were about the most random things. Like, I remember one, I met this guy that was the provincial dart champion, like throwing darts, right? So random. Like, when was the last time you threw darts, Josh? Like, what? I don't know, like years ago, right? But I kind of knew how to play, and I kind of knew how to like talk the talk. And I was like, oh, like, what's your strategy for winning? Do you go for the bullseye, or do you hit the triple 20, or like? And I was able to build rapport on it. You need to ask questions. I'm actually going to do a little bit of an engagement tool right now. I hadn't planned this, so I'm flying off my script a little bit here. But a tool used – oh, nice. Anthony knows this. Hey, Anthony, I didn't even see you were on, buddy. A tool used to build rapport is doing something that creates conversation. It gets people talking. And you need to ask what's called an open-ended question. An open-ended question is a question where the answer is not yes or no, or a one-word answer. So the difference is, instead of saying to someone, "How are you today?" where their potential answer could be good, because that's not a conversation. You say, "Tell me about your day." Now all of a sudden they're talking and they're going off about it. So an open-ended question is who, what, where, when, how, tell me about, why. A question that opens up dialogue. Anthony, are you on right now? Can you unmute yourself just to show me that you're actually here? I'm not sure if because he might be driving right now and just listening. I have a feeling he is. So I'm going to ask a few of you guys right now to come up with an open-ended question. And don't worry, it's okay to get grilled and feel like you're on the spot, because when we're doing sales, sometimes it gets a little heated. So like, tell me about your day. Or, you want to create these conversations, these questions that really open up a dialogue. That's not a yes or no answer. So one could be like, when was the last time that you did something? Tell me about your fitness goals. Tell me about is really, really a really powerful tool, especially in these day and age. So I was going to ask you guys, but I've got a lot of stuff I want to cover today. So maybe in the Q&A period, we'll go through it, because I got a lot of stuff that I really want to cover with you guys today. Okay. So I'm just going to be doing a little bit of talking for a bit here, guys. Please take notes. I'll tell you when to take notes. I'm not going to be sharing my screen a whole bunch. Just let me pin my video. Okay, so let's talk about approaching people, guys. I know this has been something that a lot of people have been a little bit anxious about doing, I suppose, within our business. They don't know how to get started. So last week, we wrote out the 4 different types of people that might join our business. There's the people that are health conscious, the people that are money motivated, they want more money, the people that are time or travel freedom motivated, and then people that we haven't spoken to a long time and we don't really care if they speak to us again or not, people from 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 years ago. So I'm going to start with saying that, guys, you need to remember this when you're pitching for this business, okay? You have to just accept the reality. Going door to door helped me so much in this. You're going to fail more than you're going to win. You're going to get more no's than yeses. Anyone here that has started a business or ran a business knows that that's what's going to happen. You're going to tell 10 people to come use your service and one of them will. You're going to fail more than you're going to win. But that's fine. I saw this quote the other day. I'm going to be posting it soon because I love it so much. It said the only difference between the master and the novice is that the master has failed more times than the novice has even tried. So I've failed in Enagic. Let's see, I'm 6A here, and my business is looking really good. I bet you I've had over 1,000 no's. That might be pushing it. It might be closer to 800. Maybe six. Let's give you a 650. So I've had about 650 no's. Gladly. Fantastic. Great. I got 120 something yeses. Great. Yeah, those are great numbers. Even if it was 1,000, yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. What's awesome about what we do that is so much better than door to door is that when I went door to door, guys, I would get no like 200 times a day and 4 yeses. Just people slamming the door in my face all day long. Slam. Hi guys, slam the face. I had to maintain a positive attitude because there was so many shitty, grumpy people who's like, I knock on their door, I'm just like, hi, I'm Matthew, and I ruined their day. Like their whole day was ruined. How dare you come and slam the door? So you guys just need to accept it. It's called the law of averages. I've sent the video out 100 times. I'll send it out 100 times again. You're going to fail more than you're going to win, and that's fine. Just accept it. What's amazing, I was about to say this about Enagic and about multi-level marketing, is that a lot of times we'll pitch someone today, and they'll be like, ooh, like I like it, but the price, or la, 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 la. Oh, I think it's a scam or whatever. And then 3 months goes by. I'm drinking my water every day. I'm building my business every day. I'm feeling great. I'm getting healthier. I'm getting more money. 3 months goes by, and that person that you pitched 3 months ago, I know Josh is experiencing this like insanely right now, but people come up and they're like, yeah, okay, I'd like one now, please. Like, so people come back. So just because you got a no now doesn't mean it's not a yes tomorrow. So just honestly, what I'm trying to say, guys, is when it comes to approaching people, the only way you can really fail is by not doing it. That's the only way you can fail, is just by not doing inaction, fear, overthinking. Like Josh and I certainly weren't overthinking that November when we got 7 K8s in one presentation. We weren't overthinking. Josh just brought as many people, and so did I, and we just went 100%. It was far from perfect. Wasn't I even pitching on the board for that one, Josh? I was drawing on the board still. We didn't even have a presentation made yet.
Yeah, that was all on the board, yeah.
So obviously it wasn't like well put together by any means, but we got a ton of people through the door. Yeah. Okay, so I just want you guys to know that. Just you're going to fail, but you're going to win. Okay, you're going to fail more than you're going to win, but that's okay because you're going to win. So the first thing that it comes, guys, to approaching people is you got to know what you're talking about. Okay, you at least need to watch the last week's video. It's okay if you don't know the business as much because it's easier to play that off as we've got some guys that can really help you with the business. But you need to know the product. You must know this machine. Catch last week's training to get it, because last week's training was thorough. We ran through all 4 of the benefits and how our machine does it. You can repeat that video. I've watched it twice. You can repeat it. You're going to know how to approach people. If you can repeat the information I gave on that video, you are way advanced for what you need for a pitch. Okay, so rewatch that video until you know it, and I can ask you any questions. Now this is, and before I get into the specific types of people to pitch, guys, Josh and I were just having this conversation, okay? And this is so, so important. Please take this in, guys. Network marketing, multi-level marketing, is a different world than it was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago when I started, okay? It is way different. Every single person and their mother has been pitched a network market. It's almost the year 2021. Every single person has been pitched on a multi-level market. You'll be hard-pressed to find one person that hasn't been pitched on a pyramid scheme or, Isogenics or ACN or what's that other, Primerica, or what's that other one that has all the products, starts with an A, I think, Josh? Amway. Okay, guys, every person's been pitched a network market. Don't be a sketchy network marketer. Like all these greasy, sketchy people. What do? Oh, just come see the information. Like, don't be like that. Guys, it's 2021. If someone asks what you do, you wear it like a badge of honor. I remember I was doing this 3 years ago, and Josh and Dee were like, whoa, this is hardcore. I'm like, I'm a multi-level marketer. That's what I do for work. Yep, I build sales teams. I'm a multi-level marketer. And the directness was always met like, wow, what a breath of fresh air. I know what multi-level marketing is. Some greasy guy brought me to an ACN meeting 2 months ago, but he didn't tell me he was a network marketer. He was just kind of roping me in. This guy's just like, yeah, wow, that's so honest and trustworthy. Please tell me more about what you do. Because I liked the idea of the multi-level market, but I really didn't like the methods. 3 years ago, guys, 3 to 5 years ago, you could sell people on multi-level marketing with just some like system. Like you'd send them a link and then it'd go to a video and then another video and then a video, and then all of a sudden they're buying. That's not going to work anymore. That ended 2.5, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, there was still a little bit left. Those days are over, guys. You need to know what you're talking about. You can't not know and just plug them into some video thing that gets them to the end. You must know what you're talking about, and you need to be so direct. Yeah, I'm a multi-level marketer. Our product is epic, and our multi-level market is much different than the other ones you've heard about because ours is a one-time purchase. You know these other multi-level markets, you always have to buy something, right? You make this face. You always have to buy something every single month. Yeah, no, ours, it's a one-time purchase, and it's Japanese biotechnology. And you just leave it hanging, right? Yeah, Japanese biotechnology. And they're like, okay, and you're like, oh, you want more info? And they're like, yeah, come with me. Be direct, okay? Josh and I were just talking about this, guys. Like, you be direct. If someone asks you, what do you do? And you don't know how to answer it in one sentence, then you don't even know what you do. We're multi-level marketers, guys, and it's beautiful. What do? We build teams. Amazing. We build teams all over the globe. How can you not wear that like a badge of honor? Don't let other people's negative opinion of our beautiful industry change your approach. If you meet them at their shitty mind state, good luck. You need to bring them up to ours. I'm a network marketer, and it's amazing. Okay? It's almost the year 2021. Everyone knows what we're doing, guys. You're not fooling anyone anymore, all right? Okay. So last week we talked about the 4 different types of people that we approach when it comes to a warm network. I'm all about a warm network approach and working who you know and who they know and who they know. There's health conscious. There's money motivated. There's time or travel freedom motivated. And then there's people that you haven't spoken to in a long time. Okay? So we're going to start with the health conscious individuals. And the health conscious individuals actually gets broken up into 2 categories. So guys, when you're taking your notes, write health conscious. And then there's going to be one that we talk about and another one that we talk about. Okay, so health conscious. Guys, so powerful for health conscious people is water sharing. Bring people water, but I really want to make this clear, guys. When it comes to water sharing, do not waste your time. I've seen so many people just sharing water like they think people are just going to buy it. Listen, if someone, after you've pitched them or shown them the information, is like, wow, like, I really want this, bring them the product. Because unlike Amway, our product is absolutely amazing. It's incredible. It's not ACN, some telecom service. It's not Isogenic, some granola bars. We have amazing, amazing product that when people, you bring them a gallon of this water and they drink it next to bottled water, they're going to taste and feel the difference. I know I'm doing this on purpose though. Yeah. They're going to feel the difference. and they're going to be like, wow, like this is really something. Water sharing for people that are health conscious is a powerful tool. Okay. Also, Jones effect. So always relate back to Jones effect, because this is going to bleed into the next two things I'm going to tell you. So guys, I told you under health conscious individuals, there's two types of people. The first that I'm going to talk about is there's people that are unhealthy. Okay. They have pre-existing health issues, diabetes. We could even say elderly, and just age is taking a toll on them now, obese, whatever. I have been amazed time and time and time again about the testimonies I see online. You know, someone comes to me and they're like, oh, like my grandma has this health thing. Do you think Kangen water is going to help her? I go online, I Google Kangen water, the specific thing. Sure enough, there's a testimony. I was a little bit hesitant when I first joined about, wow, does this water really do all this? But now, after the amount of testimonies I personally have, like the amount of people that I've given this machine to, and they're, oh yeah, I have this amazing lady in the UK. She had diabetes medication, no energy. She was drinking, she got her machine. 2 weeks later, she went to the doctor. The doctor said, I have to take you off your medication. Like, wow, how amazing is that? This older lady had diabetes, no energy, medication for years. 2 weeks after drinking the water, she goes to the doctor, and the doctor's like, I don't know what you've been doing, but you don't need your medication anymore. That's magic. Honestly, that is so amazing. That allows me to sell this thing like ruthlessly. Like I will close people on this product. If they don't think they need it, that's okay. I know they do. So guys, here's your powerful question when it comes to health conscious individuals, and everyone, to be honest. But this is a conversation, because remember, being direct here. Have you heard of Kangen water? That's it. That's how you open it up. Hey, have you heard of Kangen water before? And if they say yes, which honestly more and more these days, people are saying yes, and it's kind of lighting a fire underneath me. Because I'm like, damn, this guy's heard of it. In fact, 3 times this past 2 months in Hong Kong, some people I've known for a year, 2 years, I say, hey, have you heard of Kangen water? Like, yeah, I've got a machine. Ouch. That hurts. Right? Ooh, that could have been my machine in that house. Oh yeah, my mom's friend is a distributor. She came by and she set us up. Ooh, ouch. Guys, people are hearing about this. A question you ask them is, have you heard of Kangen water? If yes, when, where, how? Like, who told you? When did you hear about it? How do you get information? If no, I'm a distributor and I thought of you. It's really amazing. I saw X, Y, Z happen online and I thought about you. Wow. So have you heard of Kangen water? No, you haven't? Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm a distributor. And I just saw all these amazing things and I thought about you right away. That's gonna get them going, right? They're gonna be like, okay, like, what do you mean? Why did you think about me? Blah, blah, blah. Guys, if you write down, and I'm gonna send you guys the notes that I have here. I'll send you guys my script notes, because when I'm doing these trainings, like, it's not all off the top. I've got a little script here that I'm following, right? I'll admit that, right? I'm gonna send this to you just because I really want you guys to take this in, but also take notes. Guys, your follow-up question, and this is, I don't know how this works so well, but it works so well. Okay. And when you read through my sales handbook, you'll see there's something called yes momentum. So let me just quickly run you through, guys. This yes momentum, guys, is, are you having a good day today? Yes. Did you eat dinner last night? Yes. Do you want to see a water presentation? Yes. Perfect. Come with me. Yes momentum. Have you lived in Hong Kong and Thailand? Yes. Do you have a son? Yes. Would you like some water? Yes. Come see the presentation. Yes. Yes momentum, guys. Yes, 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 yes. There's another thing. This is a greasy old car sales tricks where you're actually talking like this. It's called the hypnotic nod. Because with mirror neurons, the person is seeing yes, 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 yes. And so their own head is going, yes, yes, yes. So yeah, like Kangen water it sounds really good, right? And then they're like, yeah, yes, it is. It's just crazy how this works, but it just totally does. So guys, this is what we do. Can I send you some information? That's your question. Of course, the person says, yes, you can send me information. But then once they've said yes, you go, okay, awesome. Can I schedule you a time to come see the presentation? I don't know how it works, guys. I've been doing trial and error for 3 years now. Can I send you some information? Yes. Perfect. What time are you free for a presentation? It just works. I don't send them anything except a time to come see the presentation. It works. All right. So it just works. It works for all the people all the time. Hey, awesome. Yeah. So have you heard of Kangen water? No, I'm a distributor and I thought of you right away because I saw all these amazing things. Can I send you some more information? Perfect. What time works for you to see a demonstration? It works, guys. It just works. And I'll send you through these notes. So you guys don't need to be scribbling this down like crazy people, okay? The next person, guys. So besides people with pre-existing health issues, your key is compliments. Pump them up. Pump their tires up. So the next person I put is health freak. That's just what I put. Someone that's already super healthy. Like, just this a healthy person, a healthy lad or lass that you're like, wow, like that's a strong individual there. Always compliment them, guys. And this can, most of the time it's genuine, at least for me, but like I'll say things like, you're so motivating. That looked intense. Like whatever you're doing, that's intense. Like, oh, your just ambition towards exercise is so motivating for me. Like, thank you so much. Have you heard of Kangen water? Like, wow, I saw you doing that the other day. That was crazy. Have you heard of Kangen water before? And they're like, no. Or oftentimes these people will say yes. Oh yeah, is that alkaline water? Oh yeah, it's kind of like that. I'm a distributor and I thought of you. I saw all these crazy things happening. Can I send you some information? Yeah, perfect. What time works for you to come see a presentation? Guys, I'm telling you, next thing you know, it's in front of me or Josh and we're running them through the info. Compliment you guys. You're so cool and motivating and intense and strong and powerful. And wow, thank you so much for being such a strong, powerful, health-minded individual. I aspire to be like you someday. Have you heard of Kangen water before? I'm a distributor and I saw all this awesome stuff happening. I thought of you right away. Can I send you some information? Perfect. What time works for you to come see a demonstration? Next thing you know, they're in front of the info. Okay. I'm going to be talking about objections and closing after this, guys, because, of course, like, this isn't a perfect science, right? Like, I don't want you to come back to me, Matt, I tried your thing, and the guy didn't bite. Like, no. It's not a perfect science. You're going to fail more than you're going to win, but this works really well. Okay, guys, the next person, money motivated, okay? So Josh and I have this dialed in, these next two people. Because getting health conscious people in is great, okay? But they're not going to make you a ton of money most oftentimes. The very specific instance where a health conscious individual is going to make you a lot of money and build your business is when they have a large following. Like they're an influencer or a teacher in health, and those are great people for your business because they genuinely sell the product to people for their own interest. They're health motivated, they're getting the benefits, and they're sharing it to the people that are following them. Great. But we want hustlers, right? Like you guys all want a Matt on your team, no doubt. You guys all want a Josh on your team. You want someone that's going to go out there and get 101 sales for you, no doubt. So these are the money motivated and the time freedom motivated individuals. Now, money motivated people, you know who these guys are. There's people in your life that they want to make some more money. Compliment them on their ambition and their skill set. Like, wow, man, like I see you out there, You know, you're hustling, your ambition and your skill set. It might not have paid off yet, but it's going to pay off one day, man. I tell you, your ambition and your hustle game is just so motivating. Like, honestly, wow. Then the next key for people that are money motivated, show proof of financial successes, Josh. Show them what it can do. I have here, show proof of financial successes. Josh is a great example. Nice cars, nice meals, nice stuff. People that are money motivated don't just want to die with $1 billion in their bank. They want to live and experience the nicer things of life. They want to be like Josh. I'm there last time. He's like, yeah, I just got this new car, but I think I'm gonna get a new one. Right? I'm like, Josh, you ain't had this a year yet, you mofo. Drive that new one for a year, goddamn. Right? He's like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna get a new one. I'm looking at him. Right? Always eating nice meals, nice stuff. Guys, money motivated people like a little bit of flex. Let's be real. Right? They like a little bit of flex. Show them the flex that they can flex with us. Josh is a great idea. Then, after you've complimented them on their ambition, their hustle game, showed them proof of financial success, your next question, that's right, have you heard of Kangen water? Because the product is really dope. If you're talking to someone that's money motivated and they're a hustler, like, yo, Japanese biotech, come on. How many people do you know that drink water? That's what I thought. You need a product that everybody can use. Now it gets a little bit different here for the money motivated, because the next question that you ask them is, have you heard of network marketing? 9 times out of 10, their response has something to do with the word pyramid scheme in it, which is perfect, because then that allows us to explain to them properly the difference between a pyramid scheme and a multi-level market, which I explained in the last video. I'll explain it here today, but guys, if you don't know this, you're never gonna close any of these people. Pyramid schemes don't have a product or service. No product, no service, people recruiting and money. Network markets do have a product or a service. Okay. So no, that's what I thought. I thought the network marketing was a pyramid scheme until I actually got involved and I learned about how amazing network markets are and that they're legal and that it's all based on team building. Your next question for the money motivated, do you have any side hustles? If you think this person's money motivated and they've got no side hustles, you need to show them one. And if they do have side hustles, you need to show them where they need to start putting their time. Because I always tell people this, guys, super powerful line I tell people, if you show me that I can make more money doing what you're doing, I'll quit. I'll quit and I'll bring my whole team. No one's been able to even come close yet. I've had some other, oh, bless their souls, other network marketers try and show me their compensation plan. Never goes well. It's always a tough go for them. Like, yeah, sure, let's, oh, you're with Amway. Yeah, show me your comp plan. Yeah. Right? And then I drop the slabs of the Enagic compensation plan on them. Yeah, after I have 11 people in, I make $1,000 a sale. And every time they get a sale, $1,000. How does yours work again? It's tough. Tough go for them every single time. Show them, if they're doing a side hustle already, show them ours. Ours crushes, guys. And then, of course, can I send you some information? Yes, perfect. What time can you come see a presentation? One thing that's really important to do with the money motivated, these business guys, is tell them your personal goals. I typically like to do this after they've seen the presentation. You run them through all these questions, you get them to the presentation, and then you tell them your goals. Yeah, so what did you think of it? Isn't the comp plan amazing? I'm going to be 3A by the end of the year. And they're sitting there like, oh, man, this guy's going to be 3A. Ah, damn. You know, and they're like, this is tough. I want to be 3A. And you got to share your goals and your aspirations with these guys. Because when they see our team, guys, the product is amazing. The comp plan is amazing. Our team is our strongest asset. I can't make that more clear. Okay, guys, thanks for bearing with me here through all this chat. You know what? I've been talking for a while here. Does anyone have questions for me at this point? I am going to bring up the time freedom and the other one, but does anyone have any questions for me right now on what I ran through the beginning, or the health motivated or business money motivated? Anyone have any questions on this type of approach? No? Good. Tessa?
It's okay, whatever.
Tessa always has questions. Yeah, I know you're on your phone, I think, right?
Hey, Matt, I got one.
Hey, Nolan. What's up, bud?
Hey, buddy. Not much, man. Just, so I guess my thing is for when we go back to like the beginning of the call when we were talking about like the Jones effect, fear of loss, all those tactics. Is it better to focus, like find out which one would work best on your prospect, or combine them, or like where you kind of like throw in a few at once, or should you just like focus on one that's gonna hit them hard and just keep hitting that one?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Nolan. As with other things in Enagic, it's not really a one size fits all. I used to do because I would do boardroom trainings every single day for my door-to-door people, and I would try and make them do a pitch, one pitch, even one sentence that incorporates all 5 of them. So, for example, hey Nolan, I don't know if you know the other BNI member there, but he just bought a machine because I'm going to build underneath him, and I got some other sales coming in. So I've got greed, got fear of loss. I'm going to be building underneath him. And if you get in as well, sense of urgency, I'll build underneath you. But what I love about this company is that, there's no hair off my back if you don't get in, right? It's kind of all cool. So no pressure for you to join. I just wanted to let you know that the other BNI member bought. I'm going to be building underneath him. And if you get in now, I can build underneath you as well. But it's no big deal if you don't join, right? You can join later if you want. So I incorporated all 5 just in that one little bit there. And it always seems to hit really hard when you can just come out with a line like that. Like that's an impactful statement there. But it also does depend on your audience because people who know these things really don't like when they get used on them. Like if someone comes at me with these things, I'm like, come on, just talk to me normally. But when people don't know them, it impacts. So you got to know your audience, of course. Jones effect is always good. Jones effect is never bad because it shows that you're actually getting sales. And again, the product does sell itself because it's such high quality. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Tessa, yeah.
Okay, I've come. So when you're approaching people, when you say, we're going to talk about approaching people, would you say this is approaching the right people? Are these the people that we should be focused on meeting, or are these the 4 types of people that exist in the world?
Well, I always go through my lead lists. I have an existing lead list, and then like for example, I played basketball last night and I played with 12 guys, right? I can see 3 that are motivated because they all ask me, what do I do for work? Money motivated. I can see 3 guys that are clearly health motivated because they're jacked, right? So immediately they fall into those 2 categories. So you vet your pre-existing contacts through your phone, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and then you can categorize them based on these different things and then approach them as such.
Okay.
Hope that answered your question, yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Because I'm going to get into the cold approach, and I'm going to get into that in a moment here. Yeah. The people that you don't know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry. And then would you say that these people are the right people, or are these people the kind of people that exist in the world?
What do you mean right?
Like the right people for the business.
What do you mean right?
Or for the products? So on my notes, I put down approaching the right people as my heading. And I'm thinking that I'm going to get training on how I'm going to approach health conscious, money motivated, time travel, and old friends. And these are the right people that I need to be talking to.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you know someone that's not health conscious, doesn't want more money, I would encourage you to change their mind state about at least one of those two things.
That's fair.
Right? Unless they're like a multi-millionaire from gyms and they're super healthy and just fine. Even then, that hits the nail right on the head. A gym owner that, right? So the right people is everyone. I can't think of one person that I know that I don't wish was drinking this water. And at the very least, like if there's someone I really, 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 really dislike, and I don't really care if they drink the water or not, I want to make money off of them. Right? So like there's just, everyone is the right person for this job, because like,
Got it.
I can't remember who it was, but they were like, oh, I was going to pitch my ex, but like, I don't really want him to like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you could profit off of this individual for the rest of your life. Like that's the best. Come on. That is a dish best served cold. Like, cause there's some people that have really screwed me over in my business past. Man, do I want to get them in. Right? I'm not like, oh, I don't want him to make money here. I'm like, it's great. It's beautiful. Yeah, everyone is the right person for our opportunity. Yeah.
Awesome.
Especially with like the financing options and stuff like that as well, right? Like we can make it work. Yeah. Anyone have questions? Casey, good to see you again. You have any questions, bud? You're muted. Yep.
Not at the moment. I'm just starting, so I don't really know what works or not. So
Okay, cool.
I'm just learning right now.
Yeah, I'll send you the notes. Please review the notes.
Oh, good.
Review the call as well. Sarah has been consistently hitting her target before everyone else where she works. She's brand new in sales and brand new in her industry. And Sarah just said she has a question that you guys should use. And so I'm going to be also writing this one down. So go ahead, Sarah. Please let us know your question that you would use to get people a little bit closer to buying.
Okay, so I went into Enagic super excited about selling. And I have identified my problem with why I'm not closing. So Matthew suggests, approach people there's different personality types, but when you don't have product knowledge, your conversation will not go anywhere. So Matt, my question is, how much product knowledge should you have at least before you start approaching people?
Okay, yeah, good question. I would say you should have enough product knowledge that you could go to your mom or dad and tell them what it is. You should at least be able to say it's an this is a great question. So our machine does three things. It makes water antioxidant, it makes them alkaline, and it makes them and it reduces the size of the water. How does our machine create an antioxidant? How does it make it alkaline? You should at least know how the machine does it and why this is beneficial. What is the benefit of an antioxidant? What is the benefit of reduced microclusters? What is the benefit of alkalinity? At the very least, you should know that. How it does it, why does that matter? Good question. Yeah, good question. Instead of me just being like, know what you're talking about, right? Like that's, at least you have like a step one. Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you, Sarah. I saw someone type, but yeah, go ahead, Casey.
I do have a question. Someone sent me recently. I guess I ran just information recently that antioxidants are bad for people. That it kind of if too much, it might intoxicate and do exactly opposite of what we want. How do I get around explaining to other people that it's not so, that this is a healthy machine? You know what I'm asking?
I've never even heard that, so that's a new one for me.
Okay.
Could you send me that? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just seems like too much. It's like maybe that would be a thing, but we live in such a unhealthy place right now, Earth. like
Yeah.
the amount of free radical damage that our body is sustaining is the highest it's I think ever been in human history. So I'll need to see that.
Okay. I'll give you when I get a chance. I'll send you some of the things they're saying, and then we could perhaps find a way to counteract it.
Scientific article or is it opinion article?
It's well, from what I read, it's something mentioning that it's a peer review kind of thing. It mentions that too much that antioxidants and free radicals were from the 90s or something, and nowadays they found counter research that counter debunks are debunking it. So we have to
I'll have to
find
look
a way
into
to
it. People have
debunk
said
them.
a few good things on the side here. Like technically you can have too much water, right? Like too much water can kill you. I'm drinking 4 to 5 liters a day and I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. So yeah, free radicals is definitely not a 90s thing. And someone said here, like taking, they could be talking about the source of the antioxidants in the article. It could, like, it's active hydrogen, right? This is different than taking like a vitamin tablet or something. So I'll look into it. Leo, hello. I don't feel like I'm muting right now. One of the videos I watched, the guy stated that Tom Brady, Oprah, and other notable people own the K8. So I'm wondering if there's direct stores for that statement because that's a really easy fact to sell off. There's just pictures. Like there's a video of Tom Brady filling up water from his SD501 Platinum. There's just videos and pictures of it, Leo. I'm sure you could just Google it and find that. Yeah, it's just there. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Interesting and good questions, guys. Anything else on what we've covered so far? Maybe 3 more minutes of this, and then I'm gonna get going on to the next part here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, guys. So, time and travel freedom. So I just spoke about money motivated. Now I'm going to talk about time motivated. Now, see, these are easy to mix up because both of them require money. Like obviously, if you want to travel, you need money. Obviously, if you want to work when you want, where you want, how you want, you need money. So they both are business motivated individuals. A big difference here is I'm the better example of the time and travel freedom versus Josh, who's the better example of the money motivated. Money motivated people like getting money. They like spending their money on cars and nice meals and life. Time and travel freedom motivated people are like me. Like they're doing things. They're going places with, like, I went to, I think 11 countries last year. Like that's pretty rowdy, right? Like who does that? You know, I've traveled all over the place. And again, guys, so the first thing we do, we compliment these people. You know, someone that wants to live life. They want to travel. They want to experience. They want to train certain things. You compliment them on their mind state and their courage. And I always say, like, wow, you're someone that really wants to live life. Then, just like the money motivated, we show proof of it. Okay? You can just show them me. I'm a small town boy from BC, Canada. I live in Hong Kong now. La, 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 la. Then, have you heard of Kangen Water? Right? Have you heard of network marketing? Do you have any side hustles? Can I send you some information? So it's very, very similar in style, except for the initial conversation. Okay? Remember, I'm going to be sending you my notes from this time. So you don't need to be vigorously writing them down, but some people do learn better that way. Okay, guys, the last one here is people you haven't spoke to in 5 to 10 years. You don't care if they ever speak to you again, or cold approach people, strangers. These are the people that we use the classic bait for. We don't know them. We barely speak to them. We bait them in. I love this so much because it's the reason that I'm in Hong Kong. I'm in Hong Kong because I went in full send to my buddy Sam Howe, Hadn't spoken to him in years. Didn't really care if he spoke to me again after my initial time talking to him. I'm going to show you guys the screenshots of my conversation with him. I told him I was coming to Hong Kong before I even knew if I was coming to Hong Kong. Okay, so just going to share my screen here. Okay, you guys can see this. Okay. So, yo, bro, I'm going to Japan in March, Hong Kong in May. And he's like, oh, wow, for real sick. How long are you staying? Holy moly. Yeah, I'm making money. Do you have plans Sunday morning? Are you coming for business or vacay? I said, I'm going for business. You'll see that this was on May 2nd. On April 30th, he was in the office in Hong Kong processing the paperwork. And I just went absolutely 100%. The only way to fail is by not taking action. And I just went 100%, guys. These are the best. I have the most fun with these people, to be honest, because it's like you really have nothing to lose. And it can turn into something really fun, like someone you haven't spoken to in 10 years is now your business partner. So this is where we use the classic bait things. What do you do for work? Just casual conversation, throw that in. Oh, yeah, what do you do for work? Oh, yeah, have you heard of Konkan water? Right? And you run them through the list. I'll send you guys the follow-up for this because I want to get into closing and mind state here in the next 15 minutes. My final notes for this, guys, and then we can have some quick questions here on those two people, is that this is not a perfect science, right? Know your audience, know your business or product. The more that you share about yourself and your struggles, and then the bright future and the hope and positivity that you have because of this, right? You used to have health issues, but now you're feeling better and you're excited for the future. You have money issues, or you had money issues. You had money issues, you still have money issues, but you're so excited about the bright future. The more that you should share these things and you're real with these people, the more real they're going to be with you. The more genuine it is. Finally, bring up our team, guys. Honestly, if you're on this call, congratulations. Like, if you want to succeed, we're not gonna let you not succeed. If you try and you keep showing up, it might take 6 months, it might take a year, it might take 2 years, you're gonna succeed. The cool thing about network marketing is, honestly, you can pick one, even a crappy one. If you stick at it, 5 years, 10 years, you'll be successful. It's just the way it works. We're not gonna let you guys fail as long as you show up and listen. We all win at different speeds, but it's up to you how fast, okay? So guys, I'm gonna bring up some closing techniques now. The first thing, guys, for closing, this is the most important thing, and this is where a lot of people fail. This is where most people fail, even people that are successful in this business. This is where people fail in Enagic, okay? Follow up, follow up, follow up. You constantly follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. Someone says no, follow up. 3 months later, hey, how's it going? Someone says they're interested, you follow up. Follow up, follow up, follow up, guys. You have to have this, I have to have a list. You have to have the list of people you contacted. I think it was Grant Cardone said that like 80 or 90% of sales are in the follow-up. It's not in the pitch. You don't close people on the spot. Rarely. I think I've probably closed like 6 or 7 people on the spot. Like I pitched them, pulled out the paperwork, and they bought. But that was after doing 3 years of nothing but closing people on the spot, right? Like I had immense practice doing that. Quick question. Can we sell to Americans, or are there certain, we can sell, whose team is Leo on? Does anyone know? Leo, you're going to need to watch my other training, bud, before, you need to watch my other training. We can sell to anyone all over the planet. No, that's okay. Like, of course we can sell to America. I have teams in Africa, Hong Kong, UK, Canada, America, Australia. We can sell anywhere on the planet. Okay. Well, congratulations then. Right on. You just started with knee. That's wicked. I'll make sure knee sends you the follow up or the video from last week. Okay. So guys, closing requires confidence in yourself, confidence in your product, confidence in your business, and confidence in your team. You're not going to close if you're not confident in the product you're selling, the business that it represents, the team behind it, and in yourself. You're not going to do it. People can just feel when you're being sketchy. You don't have confidence in yourself. Why would they have confidence in you? They don't have confidence in the product. Why would they? Where does confidence come from? Knowledge. Confidence comes from knowledge. This is why I say so many times, guys, you need to know what you're talking about. You need to know what you're talking about because you're going to have the confidence to tell it to people. Confidence is the number one key to sales. Every time you speak with somebody that you're trying to close, you should be getting one step closer. One step closer. It doesn't need to be 100 steps closer, just one step closer. Okay? I don't want to eat up too much time, and there are some things I really want to talk about, so I'm just gonna leave that for now, guys. But you need to be getting one step closer every time. Okay, guys, I want you to write in big letters A, B, C. A, B, C. Capital letters A, B, C. And then beside that, write always be closing. Always be closing. I sent you guys a little funny little video. I'll send it out again. We'll talk more about always be closing, but it basically means if you're talking to a prospect, okay, and this is not all the time, but for a typical prospect, like someone who you strictly approached with the intention of getting into this business, you need to always be closing. This means always getting one step closer. Now, guys, we're going to get a little bit into objection handling here, but really I need to do an entire training on objection handling. Objection handling are when people are giving you reasons why they don't want to or don't think they can. Write in capital letters AKC. AKC, agree, kill, close. You think it costs too much money? You know, you're right. I totally agree. Right? They're like, what? Yeah, no, yeah. Absolutely, you're totally correct. However, once I bought it, I got the health benefits and I made my money back in 3 months. Agree, kill, close, guys. Because agreeing, just like if they're coming at you with like weapons of objection, when you agree, you just disarm them. Oh yeah, but like, oh, I read that it's a scam. Yeah, no, totally agree with you. I thought that too. What? What do you mean? Oh, I read that, you know, too much antioxidants can actually be unhealthy for you. 100% they can. People are like, oh, well, now I don't even know what to say. All right. Agree, kill, close. Use this going door to door, selling diamonds, selling Enagic water machines. Agree, kill, close. How do we kill? Feel, felt, found. FFF. Feel, felt, found. I totally agree with what you're saying. In fact, I totally know how you feel, right? I know how you feel because I felt the same way. But then I found that it was totally worth it. Oh yeah, you think the price point is too high? Yeah, you know what? I totally agree. I understand how you feel because I felt the same way. Right? They're like, Boom, disarmed entirely. You'll feel, felt, found. Trevor, both. Feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel because I felt the same way. Oh, wow, yeah, no, I know how you feel. My mom felt the same way. Guys, you got to have confidence with the paperwork, okay? A lot of people are afraid to pull out the paperwork. I'm going to do an entire training on objections and closing. I'm going to be just kind of glazing over some points for you guys today because I want you guys to start getting sales sooner, but I'll go more in depth in maybe 2 or 4 weeks. But just be confident with the paperwork. Guys, know the paperwork. Look at it. Everyone on here, except I think has seen the paperwork and signed the paperwork. So you've looked at it. Know it. Okay, guys, after they have seen the presentation, we're going to start going into some closing questions now, okay? The first question you ask people after they've seen the presentation is, what questions do you have? Not, do you have questions? What questions do you have? Big difference. You see the difference between that question? What questions do you have? Not, do you have questions? Which method will you use for purchase? Are you going to just buy it or are you going to finance it? That's a closing question. That gets us either answer that we want or it opens up our agree, feel, felt, found, close. So we're just looping people into cycles. Which method will you use to purchase? Oh, I'm not really sure I want to buy yet. I totally agree. I felt the exact same way. I know how you feel. That's how I felt after I saw it. It's intense. There's a lot of information. That makes a lot of sense. But, I found that when I quit everything I was doing and I did this right away, it was the best decision I ever made. So, I understand how you're feeling, but, that's fine. Do you have any people that come in mind of who you think would be interested in this? Right? So if they say yes or they say, no, I don't want to buy now, I do want to buy, guys. Can you think of any people off the top of your head that might be interested in the product or the business opportunity? Because what we're doing is we're getting them in that place of they're already in. Because then they start thinking, yeah, actually, I can think of a few people that would probably be interested in that product. And then they already start placing themselves in a distributor mind state. Awesome, write them down for me and then we'll discuss it as soon as you get your ID number. They're already working, putting time towards building their business. And then the classic, what's your favorite part of that you saw today? What's your favorite part? Did you like the product? Did you like the comp plan? Did you like me? Did you like the presentation? What did you like the most? Okay, guys, and I'm just going to go right into this now quickly. What do I do? What does Matt do? How does Matt close sales? Okay, guys? I go in for it immediately. After I present, while I'm still on the call with them, I schedule our follow-up call. So I'm done the presentation. I'm like, okay, what questions do you have? Oh, okay, no worries. Just write them down. Let's do a schedule. Are you free Tuesday at 8 p.m.? No, how about, does Wednesday at 7 work for you? Right? Does Wednesday at 7 work for you? Right? And then they're like, yeah, perfect. Wednesday at 7, I'm sending you a Google invite right now. Talk to you Wednesday at 7. Regardless, I got them. I now get to go in for the close next time. Or at least get a step closer to the close. If I don't close them on that one, guess what I'm doing at the end of that call? Does Monday at 3:30 work for you? How about Sunday at 12? Perfect. I'll talk to you Sunday at 12. You're always closing. ABC, always be closing. I'm not like, why don't you write out your questions and get back to me once you've got them? Okay, like, nah, they'll never get back to you. You can say that sale goodbye. Schedule that next meeting. I'm always going in for it. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Hey, don't forget about our meeting on Monday. Hey, don't forget about our meeting Monday, 3:30 p.m. Did you get the Google invite I sent? Oh, I saw that you didn't hit attending. Could you just hit attending for me? Follow up, close, close, close. I've ran people through this a few times, but I'm realizing now I really need to do a proper full-on training that just has to do with lead organization and approaching. So I'm actually going to do another one of these, probably the next one that I do, to show you guys how I manage my leads. Guys, if you're not measuring your lead list, if you're not managing it, and like if you can't see the first person you pitched up to the most recent person, you're wasting your time and your sales. You need to track it. It has to be tracked. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do a quick Q&A here, and then it's already been an hour and a half, so no hard feelings if you guys leave. I'm gonna be doing a little bit on the compensation plan, about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna talk about some of the mind state hacks that I use for just for elevating my life. So no hard feelings if you guys leave. Thanks a lot for attending this call. It's gone on a little bit longer than we had originally planned. But yeah, I'm going to open up the field again. Do you guys have any questions on what we just spoke about? Yeah, Tessa, please do.
Yeah. So going back to after you were talking about AKC and you were talking about paperwork, should you always have your paperwork everywhere that you go so that you just whip it out when they say yes?
100%.
Like your car, your purse, your bag, your phone, everywhere.
100%. A sale, like, there's this like super old school saying, but it's like a salesman without a pen and paper is like a knight without a sword and shield. Like you're just going into battle to get killed. Why did you even show up? You can't even get the sale. What are you doing? Absolutely, Tessa. I've always got some in my backpack. You never know, right? You never know. Imagine you tell someone, yeah, Kangen water, and they're like, I've been looking for a distributor to purchase from, right? Boom. Of course you have the pen and paper, yeah. I mean, you don't need to carry it around with you all the time like me. I'm kind of a nut. You don't need to do that, but 100%, you have it ready. We are lucky because we can sign things electronically these days, right? So we don't necessarily need to have the pen and paper really handy. But yeah. Any other questions on all that, guys? I know there was a lot just kind of that I spewed out, and I'm going to be sending through notes to you guys, so I'm sure there'll be follow-up questions as well. But please, guys, don't be shy.
Hey, Matt, I got a question for you.
Yeah, Trevor.
When you talk about presentations, like, how does a person know when a presentation is happening? Do you go to the upline or go to your mentor?
Yeah, so you should be scheduling them with your upline. I'm a big fan of people presenting on their own. Of course, not everyone's going to be there immediately or yet. And yeah, you just schedule it. You work that with your upline or the appropriate person. Yeah, good question. Like when someone's new on my team, the method that I always take them through is I train them so that they at least have product knowledge, because I want people to know what they're talking about so they don't look stupid. And then when they have someone that, okay, I've got someone that's really interested, typically we'll start a 3-way chat, and then I'll actually schedule with the person, or I'll work through, or what I'll do is I'll give my downline 3 available times that they can give their prospect. So I'm free Wednesday at 3, Thursday at 3, and Friday at 2. Give those to your prospect, schedule it in, let me know, and I'll book it in my schedule. So that's typically how it works. Of course, at the heart of every effective sales team is good communication.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Good question. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Anthony, any questions? I only laugh.
Not for me, boss.
Yeah.
Not for me.
I know. Anthony and I have been working together for years, like 4 years now. So he's seen all of this 3 times now. I know he's got no questions.
Since I was 19. 19. Almost 6 years.
That's so hardy. I got you young, eh? Patrick, do you have any questions, bud?
No, sir. I'm just here to absorb.
Cool, right on. Okay, guys. You know what? We're running a little late on time, so I'm gonna let you guys vote right now. Whatever I don't do on this training, I'm gonna do another one because obviously you guys have been super great about attending, but I don't want to have this be a 2-hour call. So I'm only gonna run through either compensation plan explanation or some of my mind state hacks. Can you just type in the chat which one you want to do? It's going to be a democracy. Mind state hacks, compensation plan explanation. Okay? 1 for mind state, 2 for mind state, 3 for mind state, 4 for mind state. Okay. People really don't care about the comp plan, do they?
Just do it.
5 for mind state, 6 for mind state. Okie dokie. That's almost either one. Okay, this would be 1 for my comp plan. Well, 1 for comp plan. Nolan, 1 for comp plan. It's not looking good,
Sure. Sure.
I just wanted to be different.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I'm probably gonna run. I'm probably gonna run it on Wednesday. I'm not gonna wait 2 weeks for it. So whatever doesn't happen today is gonna happen later in the week. Whatever works. I'll talk amongst some people, but well, we're gonna do mind state. Okay, so fun, really, really fun. Interested in the comp plan for sure, but don't want to overwhelm myself. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. There's been so much that's given, and I want the comp plan to be really, really absorbed. Okay, guys, so I'm going to dive into the mind state. I love training this. This is my favorite thing to train. I would rather train this than Enagic all day, every day, okay? But right now, at least, training people on mind state isn't, paying my bills. So I train people on Enagic. I love training people on this type of thing. So I have good news and bad news for you guys, okay? If you want to be the best version of yourself, that's okay, Casey, thank you, bye-bye. The best version of yourself, which this year I can so confidently and proudly say I have and am achieving more and more every single day from the start of the year, honestly. Physically, mentally, emotionally, I'm in tip-top shape and I'm so happy. Guys, I've got good and bad news for you. The good news is that it's simple. The bad news is that it's not easy. It's discipline, and there's no secret sauce. There's no, if some mind state buddy is trying to tell you, I've got the 4 secret keys that's gonna that's bullshit. They're just trying to take your money. It's discipline. And discipline at the core absolutely sucks when you're doing it. You're doing things now so that you have things later that you want. You're not doing things that you want now. Discipline, guys. I don't know how many of you guys followed me along this, but at the beginning of this year, January 8th, I started a challenge called 100 Sweaty Sweats. For 100 days in a row, I did calisthenics exercising every single day. And I bet you 60 of those days, I did not want to do it. I was like, no. I got the voice going in my head. We call him the little bitch. We've got the devil on our shoulder and the angel on our shoulder. I just call the devil the little bitch. You don't need to do it, Matt. You've already done 70 days. Oh, you've done so good. Just take a day off. You need a rest day. Shut up, little bitch. Shut up. And, I cried some days. I didn't sleep well. Oh, you didn't sleep very well, Matt, last night. Matt, this is unhealthy. Shut up. Guys, discipline requires you to silence the little bitch. And it sucks, for sure. You want to do things that you want to do. And typically, that involves being lazy. Guys, adaptability. I won't even say the word evolution, but adaptability, okay, at base means using the least amount of energy to survive in your environment. That's why you don't see gorillas with 6 arms just brunking out, or two-headed snake, like dragon serpent, because they don't evolve that aggressively. They take up the least amount of energy to survive to their environment. And this little pretty environment we've created for ourselves, we don't need to do anything to survive. We can literally sit on our ass and order food to our house and do the bare bones minimum for making money and survive. But you're not going to reach your full potential. You're not going to be healthy. You're not going to be smart. You're not going to be happy, but you'll survive. Guys, it's discipline. And discipline is tough. Okay? That's it. So that's the training today. No, I'm just kidding. I'll give you guys some keys to actually use discipline and make it a little bit less tough. Buddha said life is suffering, right? And that sounds so dreary. But it's not just like that. I think it should have, like, I saw this quote. It's like, some people, I can't remember, some people aren't even living. Or, I wish I remember what the quote was. I got to dig it up. But it's like, some people aren't really living life. Like, they're just kind of like being alive. I'm trying to figure out how to make a certain quote right now. But as far as what I can tell, there's two types of people on this planet. There's people that are living to die and people that are dying to live. I'm a dying to live. I seize every single day, guys. I do not waste a day. A lot of people are just living to die. Like, they're just robot mode, not doing anything, not learning, not like treating people they love like shit, and it's not fulfilling. Enough about that now, right? I'm going to show you guys something super key to help you use discipline and get through it, guys. And many of you have heard me do this before, okay? Before we start using discipline, we need to have where discipline is going to take us to, right? We can't just be like, I'm going to be disciplined now and I'm going to eat healthy every day. Like, you need to have a goal so you can have a step-by-step of what you're using your tool of discipline for. There's something called SMART goals, guys. SMART goals. Key. Absolutely key for success. A specific goal. You can't just say, I want to get healthy. I wanted to do 20 pull-ups. I could barely do 5 when I started. Barely do 5. Like 5 and I was cheating. My goal was 20. I want to do 20. Measurable. You have to measure it. You can't manage what you don't measure. So you got to take docs. You got to take, if you want to sell 5, specific, I want to be 3A by the end of the year. Okay, let's measure it. Is it attainable? Okay, if you're just starting Enagic right now and you don't know anything and you don't have a super strong network, I don't think hitting 4A is attainable by the end of the year. I don't think that's an attainable goal. Hitting 3A could be attainable if you really put your pedal to the metal, but why don't you just start at 2A? I want to hit 2A by the end of November. Give yourself 2 months, right? Be honest. Is it relevant? Of course, you're not going to set, in 20 years, I want to own a yacht. Yeah. Like, dial it back a few. And then time-based, guys. I'm going to talk a lot about time, okay? Because if you control your time, you control your outcomes. I'm so sure of this. Sarah was playing a podcast the other day that brought up a law that I'd forgotten about. Really cool law, guys. It's called Pearson's Law. I'm just going to share the notes that I'm going to be sending to you guys right now. Pearson's Law states, when performance is measured, performance improves. When performance is measured and reported back, the rate of improvement accelerates. Okay, so guys, my 100 Sweaty Sweats is an absolute perfect example of this. I was measuring it day to day. Every single day I was measuring it, but I was also had an accountability partner, which was me posting every day. Guys, what you want to do is you need to get an accountability partner. Set goals, measure them, have an accountability partner. For example, if you want to lose 24 pounds in a year, you want to lose 24 pounds in a year, okay, that's 2 pounds a month. Have someone that you're reporting to that's asking you, hey, how's it going? Have you lost that 1 pound yet? Have you lost 2? If you lose 1 pound in month 1, then your next goal is going to be 3. Next month, your goal is going to be 3 because your average is 2 a month. Okay, guys, Pearson's Law. I'm going to send you this link here. Please read it. Guys, I'm going to talk to you about time boxing. Okay, time boxing is the absolute, it is, like, again, you control your time, you control your outcome. Guys, what is time boxing? Time boxing is boxing your time. Like this. This is my calendar. Guys, Elon Musk and Warren Buffett have their time box in 5-minute increments. These guys are nuts. But I mean, if you're going to be owning Tesla, building rockets and building underground tunnels and friggin' things that attach to your brain, like, you're doing a lot, right? You better be boxing that. Now, Steve, I have entire Wednesday open. That's awesome. I can book schedules with clients, train my downlines. Here's what my last week's schedule looked like, right? Just packed. Enagic, budget, intro call, to-do list, totally booked it. Guys, time boxing is a superpower. You'll change your life when you do it. And you'll change your life because of another law called Parkinson's Law. Parkinson's Law, guys, states that tasks will be completed in the time that is allotted to them. Okay, tasks will be completed in the time that is allotted to them. So if you say, I'm going to exercise, 4 times, you could say this month, you could say this week, both will happen. It's funny because it does like this graph, right? And it's like, if this is like, here, actually, okay, you guys are gonna have to forgive me for this because this is gonna be a little bit sloppy. I'm still really improving on this, but here's a whiteboard, okay? So here's a graph. Again, you guys, you're gonna have to forgive me. I can't even do that. It's just so awful. Hold on, I have to draw here. That's just terrible. Okay, guys, so here's a graph, right? This lower axis is going to be time. Oh, my stupid keyboard. Oh, my goodness. I'm keyboard crippled right now. Oh, there you go. We got life. Time. Time. Tim. Okay, well, that's okay, guys. All right, I've had enough of that. Okay. Okay, so there's time. Guys, if you give this is like going to be the end, right? So this could be 1 week or 1 month. And this is going to be the effort of work. Effort. Okay? So here's like day 1 or hour 1. And then this will be the final day that you set that deadline for your goal. The effort, and this is just the way it works, humans are like this. The effort looks like this. You don't do much, okay, maybe do a little bit more, yeah, and then like it goes like this. This is the effort that you're gonna put into completing your goal. And this is why time boxing and setting deadlines is so important. This is called Parkinson's Law. This is not a theory. This has been tried, tested. This is physically proven. This is how humans operate. We procrastinate until the last minute, and then we put all of our effort in. It's just the way it works. So I'm going to share something else here. It's called the planning fallacy. It just has to do with strategically actually designating your time. You guys are going to have to read this. If you're catching the replay, please please do ask me for all these links that I'm sending out. At the end of the day, guys, it all comes down to this, and then I'm going to do one little exercise with you, and we'll wrap up the call. So thanks a lot, everyone, for attending this. It was a big one today. At the end of the day, guys, it comes down to shutting up the devil on your shoulder. There's no secret sauce, okay? You know when you should stop scrolling on your phone, right? How many times have you been like, you know what, at 1:15 I'll stop. And 1:15 comes around and you're like, yeah, just a couple more. Just a couple more. I'll do 1:30 now, right? And it gets to 1:30. Just a couple more. Just listen. Listen to that angel. Stop at 1:15. Go do the things that are going to build you in your life and the people that you love in your bank account. And the devil's like, nah, 10 more minutes. And you're like, 10 more minutes. That's way easier. Don't listen to the devil, guys. There's only so much that any mentor can ever do for you. You are your own greatest and worst friend. You should be your, you should be your harshest critic and your number one cheerleader. Guys, just don't let the devil win. That's all there is to it. No secret sauce. Now, if you're having a tough time with these things, please do reach out to me. I have a lot of great little tips and tricks that I've tried and tested that work. And sometimes it's good just to be heard. Don't beat yourself up if the devil's winning. Reach out and be like, Matt, the devil's winning. Do you have anything for me? Can you help me with anything? I'll help. I love to help. I'm going to do one little activity with you guys now, okay? For everyone who's writing down. Okay? So at the top of your page, get a new page going, top of your page. Write out the number 168. Okay, now now they're going to do one per line. Okay, so you're going to have 168, and then you're going to have a word, a word, a word, a word, a word. Okay, so under 168, I just want you to write the word sleep. And then under the word sleep, I want you to write work. And then under the word work, I want you to write exercise. Under the word exercise, please write the word meals. Under the word meals, please write the word travel time. Under the words travel time, please write family. Under the word family, please write friends/partying. Under friends/partying, write hygiene. And under hygiene, write time left over for Enagic. Okay, now beside 168, I want you to write number of hours in a week. There's 168 hours in a week. Now, besides sleep, if you sleep 8 hours a day, write 56 hours. If you sleep 7 hours a day, write 49 hours. If you sleep 6 hours a day, write 42 hours. And this is going to be an average, right? If you sleep 7, sometimes 9, sometimes go with 8. This is for you. This isn't for me. Be honest with yourself. Now, underneath exercise, how many hours a week are you exercising? I'm about an hour a day, hour and a half a day. So for me, I'd put 10 hours there. There's work. You guys had work down there. How many hours a week are you doing work? Some people do, typical 40-hour work week. How many hours a week are you working? How much time are you spending traveling to and from work, friends, family, taking the bus, driving, taxi? How much time are you spending traveling daily on average? Typically, this is about 7 to 10 hours for people. Sorry, the order you guys have is different than mine, so sorry if I'm kind of jumping around. Family time. How much time are you spending with family on average? How much time are you spending with friends partying in a week? Typically, this is surprising, and it's actually like 12 or 14 because people go hard on Saturday or Friday and Saturday. They don't do anything, and then Friday it's like 6 p.m. till 2 a.m. and it's 8 hours eaten up in a minute. Okay? Hygiene, brushing teeth, makeup, showering, whatever. Typically 1 to 2 hours a day, hopefully. I don't know if we had meals on there. Preparing meals, time at meals, eating. Eating takes about a half hour per meal, right? That's an hour and a half at least. Preparing your meals, 2 to 3 hours a day. And then you can add other things. Like I have research on here because I like to research. I typically spend about an hour to 2 hours a day just researching stuff. So I write down 14 hours a week of researching. And how much time left do you have for your side hustle? So what you're going to do is you're going to add up all these times: sleep, exercise, work, travel, family, friends, partying, hygiene, meals. Guys, sometimes this adds up to more than 168, and then you realize that you kind of didn't do it properly and there's a problem there. But that's okay. This is for you. This isn't for me. The more you do this, the more control you'll have over your time and the more time you'll have for your side hustle. You'll realize, wow, I'm not putting enough time into Enagic to get to where I need to be. So I either need to A, cut down on, like, some people honestly should put just like Instagram and Facebook. How much time a day are you doing that? You can measure that on your phone. Just pull it up and look at the devastating numbers. But you'll sit down and you'll be like, okay, like I either need to change my goals to be more realistic to my time, or I need to change my time to be more realistic to my goals. Whatever it is, you need to do it. Because if your goal does not match, if it's unattainable based on your time, then you're not even doing the process right at all, and you need to just start from scratch or not even bother. If you have goals, it needs to match the time. And that's just it. If it has goals, it has to match the appropriate amount of time to accomplish the goal. And I'm happy again to help with this, guys. You'd be shocked at what cutting half an hour a day of Instagram will do. That's 3.5 hours a week. Cutting half an hour here. Waking up half an hour earlier every day. 3.5 hours a week. You wake up half an hour earlier every day. You take away half an hour of Instagram and Facebook every day. Boom. Now you've got 7 extra hours a week to build your business. That's huge. Times what? 56 weeks? 7 hours times 56 weeks? That's almost 400 hours. It's like 20 days. 20 days extra for building your business by cutting a half hour of your sleep and cutting a half hour of your Instagram and Facebook time. Guys, when you start measuring your time, you're going to take control of your life and it's going to be easy. And it's these little acts of discipline that really start to make a big difference in your life. You don't need to stop eating junk food all the time. Just stop eating it that one time. Exercise for 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day times 7 days a week, 3.5 hours. Times 56 weeks, That's so much. This is 20 days worth of exercise. Half an hour. So take this seriously, guys. Do a proper look at what you're doing with your time during the week, during the 168 hours, and measure it and start making adjustments. It'll make a world of a difference. Okay, guys, that's going to be the conclusion to this particularly long training. I'm surprised. I had so much more I wanted to talk about today, so that's good. I'm going to be scheduling another call to recap, of course, talk about the comp plan, and talk more about objections and closing. And please, guys, do bring questions, right? Questions on product, comp plan, mind state, business building, anything that you guys have, please. The more questions you ask, the further you're going to get. Okay? So I'm going to wrap this up. Does anyone have questions finally on all the mind state stuff I just ran through, and then I'm gonna conclude this.
I kind of want to look at all of the stuff that you give us and then maybe come back with some questions later.
Please do. Yeah, please do. And feel free to ask the questions in the group. Okay. Chances are someone else will have the same questions as well. Yeah.
Do you have any good book recommendations on mind state and that kind of thing?
Yeah. I'll message you individually, because I don't like just like slamming a book recommendation out. Like, I want to find what you're specifically after, and then I can recommend a couple to you for sure, definitely, or at least places to go look to find the book that you think is going to resonate with you the best. Yeah. Okay, guys, right on then. I'm going to wrap this up then. Thanks everyone for making it all the way through this. It was a long one today, and I hope you guys got some good value from it. So we will see you all next week, or hopefully sooner than that. And please do reach out anytime you need anything. Yeah. Okay, guys, good luck with everything out there. Have a great evening. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.